Okay, so now today what we are going to do is we will be talking about the uh, tissues, tissues of the body, right? Because the body is, we understood the basic is five elements, right? Five elements are the basics, but we just cannot think this is mud. Okay, this is not mud, and this is not air. This is something else. So what is that? That is the base of the body, the tissues, right? How you call tissues in Japanese, in Sanskrit or Japanese? Just if you know that, please write it down. Yeah,
組織
Kazumi-san. Koshiki. Yeah. Yes.
組織
Yes. So yeah. So we have cells in the body which are like, one by one by one by one, skin cells and muscle cells and bone cells, cardiac cells are different, right? So we have tissues. In Ayurveda, we call them dhatu. Okay. So this is a very, very nice and very beautiful topic. We call them dhatu. So dhatu, the tissues make our body, different type of tissues. Okay, in science, if you have studied science, then you might be knowing we have connective tissues, we have blood tissues, then we have fiber tissues, muscular tissues, and the cardiac tissues, which are very different, which do not follow our rule, right? It will be working, but muscles, they follow. They follow the rule of the mind. But heart, no, it will just work by itself. So the same way in Ayurveda also, they have told about many dhatus. Okay, but not like the modern medicine, but in Ayurveda, they said seven type of dhatus. Let me just check if my pencil started. I will just make the board here. It's night time here, and okay, share content. Where is the board? Whiteboard. Oh, good. I got it. Okay, so we call the body is made up of dosha, dhatu, okay, and mala. So these three are the basics of the body. Okay, dosha, we understood three dosha: vata, pitta, and kapha, right? We all know that. Now, what is dhatu? Dhatu is the tissue, tissues, or the cell. The group of cell is tissue. Just like so many tissues, and they make the body, right? So group of cells become the tissue. Single cell is the cell. Okay. Then is the mala. So mala is the waste. You will say, why the waste? Why we are talking about the waste? I will tell you why it is so important. Waste is also very important part of the body. Okay, in Ayurveda. So dosha, we understood about the dosha, right? So far we were talking about dosha. Now in this chapter we are going to talk about dhatu, and dhatu are the tissues. In modern science, they have many type of tissues, but in Ayurveda we have a different concept of tissue. Okay, let us just clean this and we go to the. I will just read first. Let me just read main pillars of human body. So it is like you can say it's like with three legs. You know, if you have seen the table with the three legs, so you will see that even one leg not working properly and the table will fall, right? So all the three are very, very important. So we can call it like three pillars, right? Again, three pillars. Three, you will see many times used. Many times we will use three. Okay, so what are these three? This is dosha, this is dhatu, and this is mala. So all three is very, very important. Anyone is not working properly or getting weak, so our body will be in trouble. Okay, so there are few main constituents of the body: dosha, dhatu, and mala. They all together make the body and life by giving origin, stability, development, growth, and destruction. So body is making with these three. So what will happen is the body, this is growing, right? This is growing, or this is getting down, getting old, getting down, right? So this is the body which is, going all these changes, and these three are making this body. Okay, so very, very important to have some things because it is going to finish. So what is finishing? Dhatus, malas, doshas, which are making our body. So they are either growing up or they are going down. So that's why that when we want to know about the body or the sharira, so these three are the important to know. Okay, so now we are again going to talk about the same thing. Um, when they all are in equilibrium, I am reading from the text. When they all are in equilibrium, they make healthy life. But if they are not in balance, they destroy the body. So we need to keep them in balance, otherwise they will spoil us. They will finish us. Okay. So what is the definition of dhatu? Dhatu, right? So dhatu definition, as I told you, that in Sanskrit we will be always having um, meaning of everything, right? So dhatu is coming. Okay, let me write it down. Dhatu, dhatu is coming from the word dharana. Dharana. Dharana means to hold, to hold. Okay. That if the body is there, who is holding the body? Right? Tissues is holding the body. Right? Tissues are making the body. Tissues are holding the body. That's why we call it dhatu, holding. So these are holding the body. Right? That's why we call it dhatu. So I'm reading it from here. Dhatu, dharana in Sanskrit means holding, right? Like, okay, like I say, okay, where is the body? Or let me tell you. I want to give you some food. Okay, so where you will take it? Okay, take food. Where you need something, right? So same way, our body is there, which is holding us. Oh, this is the body. Oh, yeah, this. Okay, like you. Oh, this is the body. Is me? I am here in this body. This person is here in this body. Otherwise, if I say, where is the person? I don't know where is the person. We need body. We need something to hold it, right? So that is called the. That's why it is called dhatu, because they are holding the body. They are making the body. Okay, so I'm reading it from the text again. Dharana in Sanskrit means which is holding. So here it is what can hold our body, mind, and spirit, because something has to hold us, our body, our mind, our soul, right? So this is like the cup who is holding the tea. Okay, and what is the base of our existence and structure is called dhatu. Means we are surviving because of the body. Okay, so this is the base. base of our existence. That's why we are living today. We are in existence. If body is not there, then we are finished, right? So these all are made up of Panchamahabhuta. How they are made, as we discussed again and again, that Panchamahabhutas are making the body. So these all are made up of Panchamahabhuta. So these are the basic physical components of the body. So their equilibrium is very important for our growth. Okay, means these three in very good balance, and we are healthy. Okay, doshas balanced, dhatus balanced, malas good. When we will come to the mala, I will tell you that why mala is important, because sometimes you will say, oh, the waste, why we are talking about waste, why the waste is important, right? But I will tell you why waste is important. Okay, so what are the 7 dhatus? Let's talk about that now. I will just use the board again. It will be easy. Okay, let's use the board. Where is the board? Okay, yeah. Okay, have, as I told you, 7 dhatus. Remember, I just told you 7 dhatus, right? So what are the 7 dhatus? Number 1, number 2, rakta. Okay, number 3, mansa. I will tell you what all are these. Number 4, meda. Number 5, अस्थि. तीन और दो 5, okay, 5 हो गया. मज्जा, and last is shukra. Okay, so now let's talk about what all these are. Okay, so rasa is like juice. Okay, juice. And what is juice? Juice is like lymph in the body, plasma, lympha. Okay, lymph. You understand lymph, right? LYMPH, lympha. Lympha, plasma, right? Or the liquid in the cell, right? Cell plasma, we call it cell plasma, because in every cell, this is the nucleus, and there is a liquid. In our body, there is a liquid, right? So you will see sometimes if we have a small cut, when the blood is not coming, some white liquid is coming, right? Many times you will see that it cannot go deep, and some white oozing is there. Okay, not the not the blood, but white liquid is coming. So that is plasma. So all this kind, which is not blood, which is like a white juice or white liquid, is called lymph. In Sanskrit, rasa means juice. So you will see sometime on the road in Hindi it is written ras, phal ras means fruit juice shop, right? If you if you can see or check Hindi, juice, right? Phala rasa means the juice of fruits. So juice, this is the juice of the body, lymph, right? Plasma, lymph, so juice of the body. So that is rasa. Okay, let's come to the next now. Okay, so the next is meda. So the next is rakta. And what is rakta? Rakta is blood. Okay, rakta is blood. And what is blood? That except that white or transparent liquid. The red one is the blood. Okay, so what is taking the nutrition, what is taking the oxygen, that is rakta. Then we say the mansa. You know, there's the blood. Blood is the, we say blood is the life. Yeah, this can be, a little bit, a little bit, if goes out, still we can survive. But if too much blood loss is there, we will lose life. We will die immediately. So when there is a fluid retention, like swelling and all those things, so then rust block. Blood is the red. So that tip we call the life. That is blood because it takes the oxygen. Main thing is it takes the oxygen, it takes the nutrition to every cell. So that is called rakta. Now let's talk about the next mansa. Mansa. Mansa is muscles, muscle cell. That is mansa. Okay. So in Ayurveda, you see, in Ayurveda, it is so different from the modern medicine. First is juice, that is the first dhatu. Second is the rakta, and third is the mansa, muscles. Then is the fat tissue, meda. Shibo, shibo, shibo or shibo. I don't know good pronunciation. So meda, that's the fat, fat cells. Okay, then we have some fat cells here and there, which protect the body, which protect the, they basically work as a shock absorber, or keep us warm. More fat we have, we don't feel the cold. They keep our temperature. They keep stock storage, food storage also. That in some day, if we are not having food or we are in survival mode, so we will have food from the fat cells, right? Then is next is asthi, one, the bones. Okay, bone tissue. You know how the bone is. Bone is the main which keeps us straight. We are standing because of the bone. Otherwise, we will be like a bag of, bag of grains or bag of mud. We cannot stand. So bones keep us stand. Right. So these are the asti dhatu, 5 number. Then is majja. Majja is bone marrow. Bone marrow. A kotsuzui, bone marrow. Right. So that is in the bones. If you eat non-vegetarian food, you might be knowing that is the what is there in the bones, big bones, and they say that blood is made from the bone marrow. Right. If you have good bone marrow, the good blood, it makes the blood. Right, Shukra? Shukra is the last dhatu which makes the babies. Right, or you can call it like a semen in the man and ova in the woman or sperm, right? You can give any name. That is the last, which is required for a healthy baby. Okay, let me just, because I just messed up everything. Let's stop again. Just clean it. Okay. So you understood what are these 7 dhatus? Let me just close the board for some time. You understood, right? Now I will just read it quickly and then we will discuss it. Okay. So number 1 is rasa dhatu. Rasa means juice. So this is the first dhatu, and in body also this develops first from the chyle of the food. So when we eat food, so you will see that when we eat food, we have that juice coming. Our intestine absorb that juice. We call it juice of the food, which our intestines absorb. It's like white milky thing. And then this milky thing goes into the blood, right? So that all, and the plasma. So these all white thing which is in the body, except the red one, is all rasa. Okay. Then is the this is the first dhatu. Then is the rakta dhatu. And what is rakta? Rakta means red. So rakta is Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, it is called red. If I say that your face is, rakta, so you, oh, red face, you have a red face. So next dhatu which gets nourishment from rasa dhatu is water of life. As I told you that too much blood loss is there, we may die. Rakta dhatu main function is to distribute nutrients in the body and keep life. So what makes us alive is the oxygen. It takes the food, everything it takes with it into the body. Because rasa dhatu is just collecting. Okay, but taking care of is rakta dhatu, which takes the oxygen, which take the nutrients to everywhere. Okay, so that is the rakta dhatu. Then is the mansa, muscles. From rakta or blood, muscles are formed as they cover the bones. The main function is movement, movement and making a shape. So it gives us a shape, that where we have more muscle, we are more bulky. Where we have less muscles, we are thin there. So it shapes the body and it makes us work. All movement is because of the muscles. Then is meda dhatu, that is fatty tissue. So fatty tissue or meda dhatu is the muscle, or meda is the muscle or mans dhatu supports it. It provides lubrication, maintaining body temperature. So what is meda? Meda is in between the organs. Okay, like see, if two muscles are there, one upon other, so one is working the friction, right? If there is a fat tissue in between, so they will be like lubricating. If one is moving this way, other is moving this way, no problem. If there is no fat cell, they will be like right, rubbing on each other. So that is the fat cell which makes the movement easy. One muscle is going this way, other is going this way, easy, soft. Okay. And in organs also, like kidneys there, so fat tissue will be there, so that if there is a movement, it will protect. Right, it works as a protection. So fat tissue is there, but some of the time we have bad accumulation of fat tissue also, which is just too much. So it maintains the body temperature also. If we have good fat tissue, so it keeps us warm. Then is bones, asti dhatu. Asti dhatu, bones are made from the fat metabolism, and this is one of the most hard and solid dhatu. They also give structure to the body. As I told you before, bones. If bones are not there, we may, right, we will be like this or this, like a sack of the bag or sack of the clothes, right? So because we have bones, we are standing straight. Okay. Then is majja, fine metabolism of asti dhatu. This is a semi-solid yellow red. If you have seen kotsui, so it's like a yellow or reddish liquid inside the bone. Its main function is to fill up the bone. It is found inside all bones, brain, and spinal cord. Have you seen the kotsui soup? Have you heard about bone marrow soup, bone soup, right? In traditionally, do you use that? Yeah. So whenever in India, whenever there is a sickness, like you are recovering from a long sickness, right? You cannot eat meat because it's hard to digest. So they will tell you to have bone marrow soup, right? Bone soup. Oh, very sick, recovering from a long illness or tiredness, right? Please give him some bone soup, right? It's not the bone are not going to make soup. It is the very nourishing tissue, very nourishing dhatu. It, I will tell you that how it is nourishing. We will draw again. Okay, then is the last is shukra. Shukra is the last dhatu produced from bone marrow. Okay, it helps in giving birth to the babies, male and female, ova and sperm come. So if you will keep on losing unnecessarily or unnecessary sexual activities, you're wasting your very vital part of your body, which is taking so much time to make. Okay, so that is the shukra. All the seven dhatus are formed by food, juice of the food. Digestive fire has a big role in making the seven dhatus. If digestive fire is not strong enough, weaker. These dhatus nourish each other by turn. Like Rasa Dhatu will nourish Rakta Dhatu and so on. So at last Shukra Dhatu will be forming. Okay. So how the nourishment goes? Nourishment goes like, okay, suppose I have food here. Okay. So you know how we do in the class? I pass and you pass to the next. Right? You take your share and pass to the other. Like that, I give to Kazumi-san, I give to Katalin, I give to Makiko, like that, right? But what is better is that I take the plate, I pass it to one, and you take your share, pass to other take their share, passed, right? Like that. This is the second way, right? So dhatus go the second way. That this is the food I give to the next dhatu. Next dhatu have taken their share, passed, pass. Right? I will just explain you with the diagram. Let's just do it with the board. Do you have any questions so far? If you have questions, please unmute yourself. So we will talk. Okay. So here is the Rasa Dhatu, okay? And here is the Rakta Dhatu. Rasa, Rakta, Mansa, Asthi. No, Meda. Sorry. Here. Mansa, Meda, Asthi, Majja, and Shukra. Okay. Now, let's talk about something very important. This is the plate here I gave to Rasa Dhatu. Okay, Rasa Dhatu have taken its share and passed to Rakta Dhatu. Rakta Dhatu has taken its share and passed the rest to the next. So if this one passed here, this one passed here, this one passed here, and in the last share is of Shukra. Now suppose Rasa Dhatu have taken 3 share. Okay, so next Dhatu will be having less share, less share, less share, less share, less, and maybe no share. Okay, right? So suppose mostly you will see people who are obese, so they will be having water retention, too much water accumulated in the body, right? So they you will see their HB is very low, hemoglobin is very low. Okay, muscles very weak. Okay, so same way, if Rakta Dhatu took its share, passed to Rakta Dhatu passed to Mansa, Mansa passed to Meda, now fat. Okay, fat was dead and it kept all the share it kept, right? Passed very little to Asti. So what will happen? Weak bones, osteoporosis, weak bones, right? You will see fat people who are very fat, they will have very weak bones, okay, or osteoporosis, right? Osteoporosis, right? So they will have weak bones. Osteoporosis will be there. So weak bones, okay. So and you will see fat people have infertility, no babies. Yeah, very common, very common that people who have any problem in this chain will have no babies, right? It does not get any share. Anybody behave bad in between this one, anybody behave bad, and this will be finished. So you will see many people these days having uh, infertility issues, lots of infertility issues. It's increasing day by day, right? So that was the one thing which I wanted to tell you. Let me just see. Okay, do you have questions so far? Anything you want to discuss or anything you want to ask? Here was Mansa, Meda. We are still going to talk about all these things. Asti, Majja, and Shukra. Okay. So these few things you understood, right? That if anywhere there is a block, next dhatu, weak, not getting their share. Okay, this is the theory of Ayurveda, which which is very strong theory. Now, let me tell you another